Here in our hands we hold a small piece of history. It is a disc of copper, worn smooth by the passage of time and the touch of countless hands. This is the 1818 1 anna coin. It is not merely money, it is a relic, a testament to a time when one small island nation, Great Britain, held sway over vast and distant lands. Its story begins not in a grand palace, but in the bustling mints of an empire expanding its reach. This coin's journey will take us across oceans, from the industrial heart of England to the vibrant markets of India, revealing a fascinating chapter in the shared history of two very different cultures. It is a story of power, trade, and the everyday lives of people long ago. The year 1818 was a moment of profound change. In the United Kingdom, the Industrial Revolution was gathering pace. Factories hummed with newfound energy and cities were growing at an unprecedented rate. Britain was becoming a global superpower, its influence spreading across the map. Far away, on the Indian subcontinent, the British East India Company was consolidating its power. It was no longer just a trading company, it was a dominant political and military force governing vast territories and millions of people. This expansion created a complex and urgent need, a standardized currency that could facilitate trade and administration across its burgeoning Indian possessions. The company needed money that was unmistakably British. Before this time, the currency landscape in India was a complex mosaic. Hundreds of different kingdoms and states minted their own coins, creating a bewildering and inefficient system for the East India Company to navigate. Trade was hampered by the need to constantly exchange and weigh different types of money. To streamline commerce and assert its authority, the company decided to introduce its own coinage. The 1818 1 anna was part of this grand project. It was designed to be a reliable and recognizable unit of currency, one that would be accepted from the dusty plains of the north to the tropical coasts of the south, binding the region together under a single economic system. This decision was not just a matter of practicality, it was a powerful symbol of control. By introducing its own currency, the East India Company was making a clear statement. It was stamping its identity onto the very fabric of daily life in India. Every time a person used one of these coins to buy bread, pay a worker, or trade goods, they were participating in a system orchestrated from London. The 1818 1 anna coin was therefore much more than a simple tool for exchange. It was an instrument of empire, a tangible piece of British authority circulating in the pockets and purses of an entire subcontinent, a quiet but constant reminder of who was in charge. Let us look closer at this remarkable object. The 1818 1 anna coin was struck from copper, a durable and readily available metal. It was a substantial coin with a weight and size that felt reassuring in the hand. Its value was set within the Indian currency system of the time. 16 annas made up 1 rupee. This particular coin, the 1 anna, was a workhorse of the economy. It was the perfect denomination for small, everyday transactions. It could buy a measure of rice, a handful of spices, or pay for a short journey. It was the small change that kept the wheels of a vast and complex society turning, from the grandest cities to the smallest, most remote villages. The design of the coin is a story in itself. On one side, the obverse, we see the coat of arms of the British East India Company. It features 2 lions holding a banner with the motto Auspicio Regis et Senatus Angliae, which translates to "Under the auspices of the King and Parliament of England." This was a clear declaration of the source of the company's power. It was not acting alone, but with the full backing of the British Crown. The design was meant to inspire confidence and convey a sense of permanence and authority. It was a piece of official art, designed to be seen and understood by millions of people across diverse cultures and languages. On the other side, the reverse. The coin's value is stated in multiple languages. We often find the value written in English, 1 anna, and also in local scripts such as Persian or Nagari. This was a practical necessity. It ensured that the coin's worth could be understood by everyone, whether they were a British soldier, a local merchant, or a farmer selling his produce at the market. This multilingual approach was crucial for the coin's acceptance and circulation. It bridged the gap between the ruling British and the diverse populations of India, making the coin a functional tool for all. The date, 1818, is prominently displayed, anchoring the coin to its specific moment in history. In the hands of the people, the coin came to life. Imagine a bustling bazaar in Calcutta or Bombay. The air is thick with the scent of spices and the sound of 100 different conversations. Here, our 1 anna coin would be exchanged countless times a day. A dock worker might receive a few annas as his daily wage. He might then spend one on a hot cup of chai, another on a simple meal for his family. A woman might use an anna to buy a small piece of brightly colored cloth from a weaver. The coin connected people from all walks of life, facilitating the small but vital transactions that formed the backbone of the economy and the rhythm of daily existence. The 1818 1 anna coin and the series that followed did not remain static. As the 19th century progressed, the relationship between Britain and India underwent a dramatic transformation. The Indian Rebellion of 1857 was a turning point. After this major uprising, the British government dissolved the East India Company and took direct control of India, beginning the period known as the British Raj. This monumental political shift was reflected in the coinage. The coat of arms of the private trading company was replaced by the portrait of the British monarch. Queen Victoria's image began to appear on the coins, a direct and personal symbol of the British Empire's rule. The design changes were significant. The coins became a gallery of reigning monarchs, from Queen Victoria to King George VI. Each new portrait marked a new chapter in the history of the Raj. The materials and minting techniques also evolved. While early coins were struck at the company's mints in Calcutta and Bombay, production later became more standardized and technologically advanced. The simple, bold designs of 1818 gradually gave way to more refined and intricate portraits and patterns. Yet, the fundamental role of the anna as a key unit of currency remained. It continued to be an essential part of daily life for generations of people living under British rule. The coin's journey continued through times of immense upheaval. It circulated during 2 world wars, when India contributed significantly to the British war effort. It was in use during the rise of the Indian independence movement, led by figures like Mahatma Gandhi. The very coins that once symbolized British authority were now being used by people striving for self-rule. One can imagine a freedom fighter using an anna coin to buy a newspaper carrying news of the independence struggle. The coin became a silent witness to the profound social and political currents that were reshaping the subcontinent and, indeed, the world. It was a constant presence during an era of extraordinary change. Finally, in 1947, the era of the British Raj came to an end. India gained its independence. With the birth of a new nation came the need for a new currency, one that reflected its own sovereignty. The image of the British monarch was replaced by Indian national symbols, most notably the Ashoka lion capital. The old anna coins were gradually withdrawn from circulation. The journey of the British Indian anna, which had begun with the East India Company's ambitions in 1818, had reached its conclusion. The coins were demonetized, their role as legal tender over. They slipped from the realm of commerce into the realm of memory. Today, more than 2 centuries after it was first minted, the 1818 1 anna coin has found a new purpose. It is no longer used to buy spices or pay wages. Instead, it has become a prized possession for numismatists, the formal name for coin collectors. These collectors are modern-day historians, piecing together the past through these small metallic artifacts. The 1818 coin is particularly sought after because it represents the beginning of the East India Company's unified coinage system. It is a foundational piece, a first issue that holds a special place in the story of British colonial currency. Its age, historical significance, and relative scarcity make it a fascinating and valuable item. The appeal for collectors lies in the stories the coin tells. Each scratch, each worn-down feature is a trace of its long journey through countless hands. A collector holding an 1818 Anna is connected to the world of the early 19th century. They can ponder who might have held it, what it might have bought, and the historical events that swirled around it. Some coins are found in remarkable condition, having been saved and preserved for generations. Others are discovered by archaeologists or simply by chance, unearthed from the soil where they were lost long ago. Each discovery adds another small piece to the grand puzzle of history, a tangible link to a bygone era. There are many tales associated with these coins. Stories abound of rare varieties, minting errors, or special presentation pieces that are now worth a great deal of money. For instance, a coin with a slight error in its design or lettering can become exceptionally valuable to a specialist collector. These small imperfections make them unique and provide insight into the minting processes of the time. The hunt for these rare varieties adds an element of treasure hunting to the hobby. It transforms the act of collecting from a simple accumulation of objects into a scholarly and exciting pursuit, full of discovery and the thrill of the find. In conclusion, the journey of the 1818 1 Anna coin is a microcosm of a larger historical epic. It began as an instrument of a powerful trading company, evolved into a symbol of imperial rule, and ultimately became a relic of a past empire. It bore witness to the complexities of colonial life, the dawn of a new political era, and the birth of a nation. Today, it rests in the quiet of a collection, but its story is far from over. For those who take the time to look and to listen, this humble copper coin still speaks. It tells a powerful tale of empire, commerce, and the enduring human connection to the objects that pass through our lives.